Good day, everyone. This is Ayo. In the previous video, we saw how we can create our functions on Visual Studio and connect it to the Azure Function Service. In this video, we are going to be taking it a step further. We are going to be creating our functions on Visual Studio as we already did. However, we are going to be connecting to a real database, a database on Azure, that's SQL database on Azure. And we are going to be connecting our functions to the app service. Then we would also be connecting to the database service. So because some of what we are going to be doing in this video, we already did them in previous videos. So I'll just be showing us a few things so that the video will be as short as possible. So the first thing I did was I opened Visual Studio. I believe you can see my screen now. I'm sharing Visual Studio. I opened Visual Studio. I started a new function application. Then so from the default code, let me open from the default code. Yeah, this was what I had. So the only thing I did was add classes for both get and post requests. So I removed all that has to do with the post request from the code, all the functions that has to do with the post request, because we are only going to be working with get requests now. Then over here, we can see I'm connecting to the database, which is on Azure, using this connection string. So I got this connection string from Azure. Then, so I'm connecting to it. I'm using this SQL connection class, which I added via Nugget package over here from SQL clients. Then I connected to it. Then I also use this class. This is like a model. We have it over here. That just tells us the structure of the response that we'll be getting. So some of the properties, course ID, name, and rating. And this database, in our previous video, we already explored it. We already looked at how to create the API. Then that's basically it. So what we have here, then you can see from here that I published it to Azure, and I can also run it locally. So let me just run this program very quickly. I don't know if you'll be able to see my screen, but we'll see how it goes. Yeah, so it's running right now. I'll be sharing my Postman. I'll be sharing that. So let me stop sharing Visual Studio, and I will be sharing Postman. So this URL was gotten from the Visual Studio output screen when I ran the program. So I want to connect to it directly locally now, even though this database is hosted on Azure. So with this, with this, we can see the response. And take note that this data you are seeing here are not hosted in my computer. It's on Azure. So we have this working. So another thing is that so let me share my browser screen so that we'll see the Where is it? My Edge browser. Okay, so all I did over here was I created a function app, and I chose HTTP triggers, what I want to use to call it. Then I got the function URL from what will be. I copied the function URL. Then I entered it here and I got the same response. So that's after I've published my code from Visual Studio to Azure. So I connected what I had on Visual Studio to this app service. Oh, what am I saying? Apps function service. So I connected it to this function service and I was able to get the function URL from here, even though the functions were created from Visual Studio. And the database is hosted on Azure. I think it is opening. The database should be, it's hosted on Azure, so it's not local. So with that, we can always run this again and we'll see that. So let me even use Postman now to run it. Let me stop sharing and I would share again with Postman. So the reason why I'm not doing this from scratch completely is that I don't know, I don't like repeating myself, and I feel like everything I'm doing in this video, I've done them many times previously, and the only thing that I haven't done is the part of the database, and that's in the code, which I showed us earlier on. That's the only part. Or every other thing, we've done it before. So I just wanted to go through it this way. So we can see that we are getting the same response also, because it's also hosted on Azure, whether we run it locally or we run it via the internet. Yeah, so I believe with this video now, so the takeaway from this video is that you should be able to write your functions on Azure, I mean on Visual Studio, number one. Number two, you should be able to write your functions that can connect to a database on Azure. Then number three, you should be able to publish your functions to the function service on Azure. So once you can do that, you are good. One thing I want to say, however, is that in my Visual Studio, in my connection string, I included where is it? Yeah. So over here, if I just scroll to the right, you are going to notice that the password is coded over here in the connection string. That's not a good practice. There are better ways to go about authenticating to a database or authorizing an application to a database. But I wanted this to be as simple as possible. That was why we adopted this. So have a nice day, and in our next video we are going to be looking at posts. Over here in this video we looked at get. We'll look at posts in our next video before we do some more complicated examples. Thank you.